Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to my latest video. This is Royelle Art here. I just finished painting this angry, brooding looking dude. I thought I'd show you guys my technique when I paint faces. I left out how I do hair and pretty much everything else that isn't his face. I didn't really go into detail with his eyes or his lips. I can do a separate video if that's what you guys would like to see. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys like how I paint faces with watercolor because that's what I do a lot of, and a lot of you have been asking me on Instagram how I do it. So by no means is this like the right way to do it. I'm a self-taught artist. I don't know like the right techniques or if there's like a specific way to do things, but this is just how I've been doing it and it's started working out really well for me. So yeah, if you'd like to see how I got this guy, please keep watching. One thing to keep in mind as you start painting is to pay attention to where the light is hitting your subject. Like, for example, if the light is hitting them directly on their face, like you're not gonna have random shadows on like their cheekbones or their forehead, right? So pay attention to where you're putting your shadows and your highlights on your subject. So I'm starting by layering my lightest color in the shadows of his face. I will be adding darker colors there later, but I like using my lightest color a few times just so I can have kind of a smooth transition from my lighter values to my darker values. Once I've layered enough of this first color, I can then move on to my darker colors. So after my first layer is dry, I go in with my second color, which is this red one. It's slightly darker than that peachy tone I was using, and I'm not using it like over the exact same area that I was using my first color. Like I'm kind of lessening the area I'm using just so it's like you're transitioning from the lighter to the darker more gradually. And I'm going to keep doing this with the red and the purple you'll see in a second. While my layers are drying, I like to go in and start filling in the eyes and the lips and the eyebrows, which is what you're seeing here. I wasn't really feeling how light his eyes were, so I added a little bit of gray just to make them darker. So it may look like I've started doing a lining for this portrait, but no, I'm going to be blending these lines out just so it's a little bit darker and no shadows. A lot of watercolor painting, or just painting in general, is just painting in layers. So this is the really boring part, right? Just go over every shadow with a darker color just so I get to the dimension that I like. So yeah, that's why I'm speeding up over some parts, just because this is the same thing as me going over the same areas. For finer details on my portraits, I like either using a really thin brush or one of my Staedtler Micron pens. I'm using my watercolor pencils to actually fill in some of the areas that I couldn't quite get as dark as I wanted. You can use like normal pencil crayons if you don't have watercolor, but I just like using them because I have them. My favorite part of any painting is adding in the highlights. I feel like they just pull the portrait together so nicely, and I like using white acrylic paint and a really thin brush, and I just put it on his eyes, the tip of his nose, the top of his lips. I clean up some parts I messed up on, like his chin and the side of his eyes. But yeah, try not to use too much of it because it kind of loses its effect. You just want it where he's kind of shiny or sparkly or whatever is a good word for it. The last thing I do in any portrait is the eyelashes, just because I feel like they're the smallest details and I mess them up more than I'd like to admit. So I like doing them last just so I can spend more time trying to fix them. Thanks for watching this tutorial. If you guys have any ideas for tutorials I could do next, I would be so down to try them out. And if there's anything I didn't really clarify that well in this video, leave that in the comment section as well, because I want to know what I can help you guys with. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to see more of my work. But yeah, other than that, I will see you guys next time. Bye.